You're tithing, you're praying, you're working harder than ever, and yet money keeps slipping through your fingers like water through a cracked vessel. Here's what nobody tells you. Some financial struggles aren't natural. They're not about budgets or bad luck. They're spiritual warfare dressed in bills and broken opportunities. And if you've been wondering why nothing seems to work no matter what you do, this message might be the answer you've been searching for. The enemy doesn't just attack your mind or your relationships. He attacks your resources because he knows something you might have forgotten. Your finances fund your purpose. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers." That includes your bank account. That includes your career. That includes every door that keeps closing when it should be opening. Today, we're uncovering 5 signs that Satan is actively targeting your finances and the one biblical weapon that stops him cold. If you've felt this pressure, stay with me. This isn't coincidence. It's confirmation. Sign number 1, unexpected expenses keep appearing at critical moments. This one exposes everything. You finally save a little money. You finally get ahead. And then the car breaks down. The medical bill arrives. The appliance dies. Every single time you gain ground, something pulls you back. Now here's what most people miss. Random bad luck doesn't time itself this perfectly. When setbacks consistently hit at your moments of breakthrough, that's not coincidence. That's coordination. The enemy watches your progress. He sees when you're about to break free, and he strikes at the exact moment designed to steal your hope. Think of Nehemiah rebuilding Jerusalem's walls. Every time progress was made, opposition appeared. Nehemiah 4:8 tells us enemies conspired to come and fight against Jerusalem and create confusion. They didn't attack randomly. They attacked at moments of advancement. So when that unexpected bill arrives right after your blessing, don't spiral into fear. Recognize the pattern. You're not cursed. You're close to something the enemy doesn't want you to reach. Sign number 2, constant conflict around money in your relationships. Pay attention to this pattern. Every conversation about money turns into an argument. Tension rises. Blame increases. Suddenly, the people you love become adversaries over finances. Here's the truth. The enemy knows that division destroys momentum. A house divided against itself cannot stand, and that includes your household budget. Mark 3:25 says it plainly. When Satan can turn your spouse, your family, or your business partners into financial opponents, he doesn't have to steal your money directly. He gets you to destroy your own resources through conflict and poor decisions made in anger. Remember Job? When his wealth was attacked, his wife told him to curse God and die. The enemy didn't just take Job's possessions, he weaponized Job's closest relationship during the crisis. So when financial discussions consistently create division, that's not just poor communication, that's strategic interference. The battlefield isn't your bank account, it's your unity. Pray for peace before you discuss money, because the enemy can't rob a household that stays unified. Sign number 3, doors keep closing without explanation. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. You're qualified. You're prepared. You've done everything right, and the job still goes to someone else. The deal still falls through. The opportunity vanishes like smoke. You can't point to a reason. There's no clear explanation, just closed doors, one after another. Now listen to this. Not every closed door is divine redirection. Sometimes it's enemy obstruction. Daniel 10 reveals something powerful. Daniel prayed, and the answer was sent immediately. But the angel was delayed 21 days by spiritual opposition. The blessing was already released. It was blocked in transit. That promotion you've been believing for, that contract that should have come through, the answer might not be no. It might be not yet. And the delay isn't heaven's silence. It's hell's interference. James 4:7 gives the solution. Submit yourselves to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Sometimes breakthrough requires warfare, not just waiting. So don't assume rejection. Pray through the resistance. Some doors don't open until you fight for them. Sign number 4. You feel anxious about money, even when you have enough. This sign is subtle but deadly. Your bills are paid. There's food on the table. By all measures, you're okay. But you can't sleep. You can't stop worrying. You feel broke even when you're not. That's not financial reality. That's spiritual oppression. The enemy doesn't just want to take your money. He wants to take your peace about money. Because a mind consumed with financial fear can't focus on purpose. A heart gripped by anxiety can't worship freely. Matthew 6:25-27 says, "Do not worry about your life. Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life?" Jesus wasn't giving lifestyle advice. He was exposing the spiritual trap of anxiety. It accomplishes nothing while stealing everything. When Elijah defeated the prophets of Baal and called fire from heaven, Jezebel sent one threat, and he ran in fear. One word, and the man who just saw God's power became paralyzed by anxiety. That's what false financial fear does. It makes you forget every provision. It blinds you to every blessing. It's not wisdom. It's warfare. So if peace eludes you despite provision, rebuke the spirit of fear. Your enemy isn't your bank balance. It's the lie making you forget God's faithfulness. Sign number 5. Generosity becomes difficult or feels risky. Now this one reveals the deeper strategy. Tithing feels dangerous. Giving feels foolish. Every time you consider generosity, a voice whispers, "You can't afford that. Keep it. Protect yourself." And slowly, your hand closes. Your heart tightens. You hoard instead of sow. Here's the key. Satan doesn't just want to take from you. He wants to stop you from giving because he knows what you might have forgotten. Luke 6:38 promises, "Give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." Generosity unlocks heaven's economy. When you stop giving, you step outside divine multiplication. The enemy makes you fear generosity, so you forfeit blessing. The widow at Zarephath had one meal left. Elijah asked for it. Everything in her said, "Keep it, hoard it, survive." But she gave, and her jar never ran dry. So when giving feels impossible, even though you've given before, that resistance isn't wisdom. It's interference. The enemy fears your generosity because he knows what it unlocks. Give anyway. Watch what God does. Maybe you're in that season right now. The unexpected bills, the relational tension, the closed doors, the anxiety, the fear of giving. And you've been wondering, what do I do? Here's the weapon. Declaration rooted in Scripture. Romans 8:28 says God works all things for the good of those who love him. Philippians 4:19 promises he supplies all your needs according to his riches in glory. Malachi 3:10 declares the windows of heaven open to those who honor him. The enemy operates in silence and confusion. But when you open your mouth and declare God's promises over your finances, you break his grip. Speak provision into your home. Speak peace into your anxiety. Speak breakthrough over every closed door. You're not under attack because you're weak. You're under attack because your purpose requires resources, and the enemy knows it. So don't retreat. Declare. Tithe in faith. Give with courage. Trust the one who fed 5,000 with a boy's lunch. Your season of financial warfare isn't evidence of abandonment. It's proof that something worth fighting for is on the other side. Drop "God is my provider" in the comments if this word spoke to your spirit today, not as wishful thinking, as a declaration, as warfare. And make sure you subscribe for more messages that strengthen your faith and sharpen your discernment. Because the next video reveals 3 prayers the enemy doesn't want you to pray and why they terrify him. Stay anchored, stay faithful, and remember, your financial battle is already won in the spirit. Now walk it out in the natural.